Welcome to the pilot episode of our podcast about all things sim racing, covering all platforms like Gran Turismo 7, ACC, iRacing, and more. I'm here with the sim racing, apex slaying, crumpet eating, Mr. CJ Mack. How you doing?
Good evening. I'm very good, thank you.
Did you like that intro?
I really like that intro. I don't know about apex slaying. If by slaying them you mean missing them drastically, then that might be more along the lines of what I normally do. But yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
I think I do that as well. I think that's a common comment on any live stream is you missed one there, James. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's a common occurrence. Anyway, I'm so excited to be doing this with you. I'm hoping this will be a regular occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think talking about sim racing or talking about anything with other people who are super into it always makes you more into it, and that's I've been feeling like I've been on the edge. I've been outside of the sim racing environment for a while, and this is going to be a great way to get back into it, and I hope that we can have some fun with it.
For sure.
Right. Topic 1. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
So, Gran Turismo 7 is coming out in how many days did you say? 7, 8?
8. 8 for me, and I think 8 for you. A week tomorrow on Friday.
Here's the thing. Technically, it comes out on Thursday for me because I think it's midnight for you, and then because I'm 5 hours behind you, it actually comes out 7 p.m. on Thursday.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So technically, I don't know who gets it first.
I don't know. Maybe we get it at the same time.
But anyway, what are you most hyped for with GT7? I think I remember you saying that, you've been playing more ACC recently, and I'm not sure if you dip into iRacing or whatever, but I think I remember you saying that you've sort of done less Gran Turismo Sport recently. So what are you looking forward to most with this?
So I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that the last few months, maybe, I've dropped off with my participation in Gran Turismo Sport, and I feel like a lot of people who like normally stream it have too. Whether that's just because they're kind of gearing up for GT7, the game's run its life cycle on them, or just want to play something new and keep things fresh for a while. And I think GT7 it's going to give everybody that new, well, I would say a new fresh start, but as it's recently been announced with DR and SR's carrying over. But yeah, I think the one thing I'm really looking forward to is just like a fresh start on a new game. I feel like I haven't had that for a long time, and especially a game like Gran Turismo, where, I mean, the possibilities of what you can do in GT7 look endless with like the different options with tuning cars and just all the different modes, and it
definitely looks like it's throwing it back to the old school ones.
Definitely,
for sure. And like you said, with like the burnout and some content creators, myself included, like just stepping away from them, like, God damn, like the big thing about the penalty system and how that sort of impacts everyone's experience, and people just get on with it, or they complain, or they do both. It sort of is what it is. And you know, the same system of race A, race B, race C, FIAs, and I don't know if you've done any of the Road to GT7, like the FIA kind of things.
I haven't.
No, neither have I. But apparently, this is us like speaking from experience. Like, we stepped away from the game.
Yeah.
And apparently those 4 races, the last 4 Saturdays, have had tuning involved. And one of the big things that everyone likes Gran Turismo Sport for is that it's so accessible. You work all day, you come home. Some people don't have hours and hours to spend on setups and practice. They just want to hop in. Not many people, I would argue the majority of people don't have rigs or steering wheels or whatever, so they're on controller. They just want to jump in and play. So I think that ruffled a few feathers, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I know a few people in communities and discords that I'm involved in. they've all been like, I really need a setup or I need a tune for this race. And like you say, Gran Turismo Sport, it's not what it's known for, is it? Like tuning, that's more probably ACC really in terms of tuning cars and setups and stuff. So yeah, I know it. Yeah, it probably has ruffled a few feathers. It's been a lot different, but I think they've probably done it because there may be in single player mode, especially I think in GT7, there might be more of an emphasis on the tuning and modification side of things. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is what I'm looking for. I think that's my most hyped is the single player stuff. You know, everyone's going to get hit with massive nostalgia. That's what the tweets are going to be about. That's what the discourse is going to be about. Like, oh, I just changed the oil. I just changed the oil. I just got my car washed. I put a massive body kit on it. Like that stuff is going to be really cool. And I hopefully they tweak the AI difficulty. Obviously, they had some new news with that Sophie or whatever it is, but that's not going to be in the game for a while. But I hope that they've tweaked the AI enough to actually challenge people, because I found it's way too easy. But
definitely,
you know, that I think that's what I'm hyped for, playing new tracks, obviously different cars, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think that is the most exciting thing for me. I think that online will be similar. Hopefully they do something new, but we haven't had any info from that. So you know, we don't know much, but the reviews are going to come in on March 2nd, 2 days before the game drops. So you know, that's going to be the time where people can go and find out some more information. Myself, I don't think I'm going to watch anything. I'm gonna try and stay as pure as I can until fourth.
I feel you on that. Like, I think it happens a lot where if a new game comes out and I know I'm going to get it, I try not to watch people stream it because I don't want it to spoil my experience of it. And part of the whole nostalgia of Gran Turismo, for me, Gran Turismo 2 was in the first ever PlayStation games that I got when I was a child. And I remember like on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, when oh God, I don't know how old I was now, maybe about 6 or 7 or something, like, you know, playing around on the controller and missing all the breaking points and hitting the barriers and stuff. And like, you know, that you can't take that away, that first time experience of it. So I think I might sneak a look at the odd couple, but I don't know.
It's going to be hard not to.
Yeah. But everyone's got to make their own mind up at the end of the day. So
exactly. But that being said, for the most hyped, what we're looking forward to, what are you most hesitant about? What do you think that they could get wrong, or that you don't have full confidence in them getting right? Is there anything that you're a little bit hesitant on?
Yeah, there's a couple of things, and you've already touched on one of them, and that's the multiplayer and like sport mode. Like, I watched a Super GT's video this afternoon, actually. They released about a week ago, and it's just that it doesn't look very different to Gran Turismo Sport. Like, it could be that obviously we're getting dynamic weather now, so it could be that in the, say, race C, in the longer race, we get dynamic weather, which would be really interesting. But you know, it could just be a rehash of Gran Turismo Sport daily races, where race A is Mazda MX-5 round, you know, Yamagiwa, or race B is, you know, Group 4's round Nürburgring, and race C is Group 3's round Spa for half an hour. And that's the danger, that people will really enjoy GT7 for single player, but they won't push the boat out with the multiplayer.
I mean, I'd love to see stats between players who play single player only and people who play sport. What do you think is? I mean, saying what the split is impossible. But do you think there's more people who play sport than there are? There's got to be, hasn't there? How long can you play the campaign, really?
In sport, honestly, I don't really think it's that entertaining and that gripping. Like, I like when I first got into Gran Turismo Sport a couple of years ago, because I was quite late to the scene. I was playing it a bit at first, and then sort of went, the sport mode's better and it's more enjoyable, and It's just nice to jump into a race with real people, like you were saying about the AI earlier. So, yeah, go on. No, I was just going to say, I don't really know what the split of people is. I know on Kudos Prime, where you can check your DR and your SR, there are some stats on there about it. And if I'd have been organised enough, I might have looked it up in advance. But maybe next episode, that might be a good one. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to call.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be drop off with a game, and this game has been out for, is this its 5th year? It came out in 2017.
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be drop off and stuff, but there's always the carrot on the end of the stick with sport mode, isn't it? You're always chasing driver rating. You're always chasing to get more points in the FIA. Now, I think the FIA is fantastic. I think that's obviously something that keeps you coming back, and when they do mix it up and keep the combos fresh, I think it's really good. I don't think that they're as creative as they could be. I think they're, should I use the word lazy? I don't know. I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Frick 'em. Lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy. No, I'm joking. Am I? No.
The worst for me was probably the last 2 seasons of Nations just became a meme. And it was like, what is the worst combos we can put together? Was it something like SF19s around Bathurst? Like, some people probably find that really fun, but in reality, that's really not easy at all, is it? And,
or like the special stage Route X.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's fun, but don't put it as a FIA.
No.
And you know what? Let's move on. I got one more thing on this topic. It's a sneaky one. Now, before you answer, I'm gonna give you some background. What do you think the Metacritic rating will be for Gran Turismo 7? And here's the background for you. Gran Turismo 1, a 96. Gran Turismo 2, 93. Gran Turismo 3, 95. And here's where it starts to go downhill.
Really?
GT4, 89. GT5, 84. GT6, 81. Gran Turismo Sport, 75.
Oh, wow.
So you see the drop off from the first game, which was a 96. That is insane. Like, I don't know if you've been keeping track of like Horizon Forbidden West coming out and Elden Ring as well.
Right.
Elden Ring's got a 97 or a 98 Metacritic right now. Like, that is insane. So GT, the first one, having a 96, and then GT3 with a 95. That's insane.
Yeah.
Where do you think GT7 is going to land?
I think if they get it right, it's got to be at least mid-80s, if not higher. I think the fact that a lot of people will experience a vast amount of nostalgia with the game will help it massively. Like I was saying before, I was a child when GT and GT2 came out, and I was really surprised at Gran Turismo 4. For me, that was like one of the best. But again, maybe just
it's still fantastic. That's mad.
I would like to see GT7 somewhere around there, if not in the 90s. And if they nail it,
give me a number.
Oh, okay, then I'm gonna say. I think it depends on release, and then with like future DLC and stuff. But maybe on release, like 9, because it was the year I was born, 92.
Oh, a 92.
What about yourself?
Oh my goodness. Now, there's no way it's worse than GT Sport. It's not.
No, definitely not.
It's next gen. Yes, PS4 as well. Like, that's what I'm going to be playing on PS4 Pro. But next gen, you got a little bit of oh god, what's the lighting? What's the lighting called? What am I trying to say? Oh my goodness. The ray tracing. There you go. Found it. Dug it out the back of my head. You got ray tracing, sport mode, nostalgia, new tracks. I think they'll try and tweak the multiplayer. Maybe that's the reason that GT Sport is so low in comparison with the other ones, because it's so focused on multiplayer, and then it is what it is. I'm gonna go 92 is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think because it's going to look so good. I think a lot of reviewers are going to get caught up on how beautiful the game is. I'm going to go 94.
Nice.
Yep. 94. And obviously, if you're listening, watching this, let us know in the comments as well what Metacritic you think it's going to get. But with that being said, topic 2. What is the first thing that you're going to do when you get in the game?
It's got to be just jumping in and doing some licenses, I think, hasn't it? And trying to gold them all, and then get really annoyed at myself if I can't gold them all. And knowing me, I'll be like a 10th or 2 off gold on like all of them, and instead of it taking like, I don't know, 20 minutes to do like 5 license tests, it'll take me like 20 minutes to do 2 instead.
Yeah, but it was really fun. Before I was doing this, I was watching Jimmy Broadbent.
Oh yeah,
and he's trying to get all of the golds. I can't remember. I don't know what Gran Turismo he's on. He's doing it. It's one of the old boxy versions, so one of the early ones. But he was on the same one for like 10 minutes. That we're going to talk about the license difficulty in a little bit, but that is something that I want to do as well. I think one of the best things. Now whatever game I play, I'm like a serial restarter. I love starting fresh. I don't know what it is. I think I want to do that a lot with everything. I'm like, I've sort of messed up here. I'll just start again. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not too far in. I'm only 20 hours in. I'll start again. It's fine. What I used to do is I used to start, and then I pick a different car, and then you tune it up so it could win that first race. Or you didn't have enough money, so you went to the used car auction. You buy something, and then you change the oil because you didn't have enough money. So all you could do was change the oil. That give you a couple of brake horsepower, and then you go try and win. That's a real nostalgic memory for me, is doing that. So that's kind of the first thing I'm going to do, is just Sunday Cup, do a couple of races. I think what I want to do is I want to do the licenses in like a stream, like a scheduled, I'm going to do all the licenses here. So maybe I dip into one, but I don't know if I want to do that yet.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to getting that hit of nostalgia coming in. I think the music's going to play a big part. Something that is frustrating with Gran Turismo Sport games is the music is always copyrighted as well. So, I don't know if it is on Twitch or not.
It is.
On YouTube, it's, you can't have that. I think on Facebook, the FIA music flagged it up as well. So,
oh my God, really?
Yep. So, but I don't know if I even care. Like, I might just play it and just say it's not claim anything and just have some fun, because the music is a big part of it. That Jimmy Broadbent was just doing it with the actual music in the background, and I was like, "Ooh, this music's fire!"
Yeah,
that's what you miss out on. I think there was some really good music on Gran Turismo Sport, but I have not played with the music in 3 years.
Yeah, once I realized that. So I know on Twitch, there's in the settings for Gran Turismo Sport, there's within the game, there's like the audio mode is called transmission or something, and that means if you're streaming, it doesn't cut out any of the audio due to copyright. So, but you might lose like a third or half of the tracks, and then because there was some of them cut out, I got bored of it very quickly, and I turned the menu music off and whatnot. And it does take away from like the experience of it. When you watch a film, if you watch a film without the soundtrack, it's not a film anymore. And it's the same very much these days. It's the same with games as well. So, I'm looking forward to hearing what they've got to offer and playing with the soundtrack on for the first few weeks at least.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it'll take a hit on the money. I mean, what do I make? 20 cents per video? My money. Anyway, I put this out on Twitter, and a couple of people responded. I said, "What is the first thing you're going to do on hashtag Gran Turismo 7?" Jarno Glass at Slayer 1977 said, "Get a 2-second penalty."
Love it.
Have you heard this? There's like a weird thing about buying the 2011 Toyota Aqua S. I've seen this pop around on Twitter.
It's become a bit of a meme, hasn't it? I think.
Well, I might have to get the 2011 Toyota Aqua S.
Yeah. I'm going to Google it now as we're speaking. And
I mean, it looks delightful. It looks like the Dacia Sandero. That kind of car. It doesn't look like that car, but I'm getting the same vibes.
Yeah.
What else we got here? White Tiger says probably moan about how long it takes to download. Grind for days, says Josh Walker. Cliff says getting destroyed in the license tests. Yep.
Really on that one.
Oh, this is a great person here. BJ at BJ all day says,
nice.
Get punted first corner in an online race. Yep. More license tests, crash, wait for the day one patch to finish. Then probably just look through everything, get familiar, and then license tests. A lot of license tests.
Yeah.
Actually. Watch for glitches to become a level 50 driver. All right, Matt. You can cheat out there. But that's that. Going on to the license test then. Here we go. License test difficulty. We are smashing this, by the way. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's going well.
Oh gosh, I'm going to wait for the first person to comment on my laugh. I've developed a wheeze. I'm hoping it's not medical. But I've developed a wheeze, which I just heard it through my own, like outside of my headset. So I'm gonna.
Now you've said it. I'm going to attempt to make you laugh for the rest of the recording. But
and I'm going to try not to wheeze.
Yeah.
Okay. License difficulty. If you've done the circuit experiences on Gran Turismo Sport, great way to earn money, great way to learn the tracks, but super easy to get gold. There isn't licenses on Gran Turismo Sport, is there? There's something else. There's like missions or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Personally, and obviously everyone's skill level is different. Personally, way too easy. When you're beating a gold time by a second or two, it's not really a challenge. Makes you feel good, but not a challenge. So, what I would like it to be is maybe another level. So you have bronze, silver, gold, maybe a platinum, maybe a diamond. There was diamond in the Lewis Hamilton challenges, which I found very challenging, and I think a load of other people found it challenging as well. So I think that's the level that I want to see. What about yourself?
Yeah, I would say the same. I think, there should be achievements if you're on Xbox, isn't it? Trophies on PlayStation for gold in them all, and they should be challenging, but like you say, we shouldn't be beating them by 1 or 2 seconds a lap every time. They should be at least making us a couple of beads of sweat form on our foreheads, but yeah, and then you were saying about I've never actually played the Lewis Hamilton DLC, so I've never tried the diamond on that, but I've seen a lot of people having a go at it, and it looks like a real tough grind. So maybe, and I don't think it will be done this way, but maybe what I'd like to see is if you unlock gold on them all, then you unlock like the next level, and that'll be diamond, or we were mentioning about it before, Sophie mode, where you've got to try and beat Sophie, and that's like the ultimate to get the platinum trophy.
Oh, I like that.
That's just literally just popped into my head now. But
maybe on different courses they have different, because I know that there's driver tars in them as well, because I think that on one of the trailers there was Daniel Solis, one of the American like GT Sport finalists or world finalists or whatever.
That's Lamb, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Dodge Lamb. right?
Yeah, that's right.
But like his face was in it, so like that could be a way to do it as well. Like, oh, you've done this, and maybe not on like the corner to corner license parts, but like the lap time. Hey, there's this bronze, silver, gold, but then hey, this is what Dodge Lamb did. Can you get close? And that, well, you're not going to beat the world finalist, are you? Like, come on now. There's probably like 20 people in the world that can beat that. I'm not going to be one of them, but it would be a good challenge. Once again, threw this over in a comments section somewhere. Did it over on YouTube. Said license tests, are they going to be easy or very difficult like the older games? Said someone made a point that they could be the same difficulty as the Lewis Hamilton challenge. I would love this difficulty, especially in the latter licenses, because there should be some kind of increasing difficulty. And then I said, I just don't think they're going to be challenging enough. Maybe I have trust issues. So put it over to a couple of FlashDagger. He's a big guy in the Gran Turismo sports scene. He goes, I think I'd love that experience. I've never played a proper Gran Turismo title other than sport. So I've watched Jimmy Broadbent attempt them in the older games, and they look solid, which is rewarding when you actually get it. And that's what I want. He said in Super GT's SOP review, he made a valid point that the footage showing the medals, the golf time was beaten by 0.5 seconds or something. So is that an indication of them being easy, or maybe it was Sophie which did those times? But I'm with you. I really want to pull my hair out challenge. That's super hard to get. But yeah, I really agree with that. Yeah, I don't know about that Sophie thing. I don't think it's been incorporated into the game yet, but at half a second, maybe that shows that they're going to be too easy.
Maybe.
WRL podium. Getting the basic bronze easily doesn't bother me, but getting to silver and gold should get progressively harder. I would like them to take from the Lewis Hamilton challenge as well, and maybe add a platinum time to really make you pull your hair out. A lot of pulling the hair out.
Yeah.
Not sure, the sim racing demographic isn't, I mean, it's not the youngest, let's just say. I'm 31. I don't know how old you are, but like most of the people, it's not a Fortnite aged demographic, is it?
I
don't think we can spare the hair follicles.
Just the other
follicles.
Follicles, yeah.
Follicles.
I'm just the other side of 30. I'm 30 in September, so
yeah.
I know. I think there probably is quite a lot of younger players out there, but it's they'll all be on. Well, let's say all. Majority will probably be on controller, and then maybe the more. And I don't want to disrespect anyone because there are a lot of younger guys who are insanely quick. But yeah, a lot of the people who buy all the gear and have fancy rigs and everything, they probably are around our age, really. I would say, probably just because it's a money thing. If you have a job, you can afford it, and but
all those damn whippersnappers with their fast reactions.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I noticed it when I went from controller onto steering wheel. That knocked like half a second off my times, just because, well, however you want to explain it. But those are the topics for today. Obviously, everything sort of changes week to week, and we don't know what the topics are going to be next week. But I'm sure stuff will pop up. Maybe, oh God, what is it next week? No, it doesn't come out next week. Does it come out next week? Oh my God, it comes out next week, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Oh. Well, I don't know what we'll do next week. Maybe we'll do it in between.
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh, do we look at the reviews so we can talk about the Metacritic before it comes out? But we don't want to spoil anything. Oh God.
Dilemma, isn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we don't do anything next week, and then we come back the week early in the week after that.
Yeah.
So we can gush about it.
Yeah, like after the first weekend.
Yeah.
When it's both still really fresh in our in our minds, and then
love that idea.
And then maybe like, I don't know, 10 days later when everyone's discovered all the metas and all the ways to win and everything, and like, yeah, and look back on how wrong we were at everything we were saying in this podcast, probably.
God, I hope we're wrong about some things.
Yeah.
But we'll finish on two things. Last thing, what you've been playing over the last couple of weeks or so.
I have been, so ACC, or Assetto Corsa Competizione, for anyone that doesn't know what it stands for. I've been playing that quite a lot in the last few months. It's kind of been my main game now, if you want to call it that.
Staple, yeah.
Yeah. So again, I kind of dropped off Gran Turismo Sport at the end of last summer. That coincided with like moving house and not having internet for a while, so I couldn't get on sport mode or anything. And then played a lot of ACC, and then towards the back end of last year, that dropped off as well. And when I kind of took a break from that, I'm actually a very sort of keen Football Manager player. So Football Manager 22, been playing quite a lot of that. Just got to my 4th season with Newcastle United, who are my boyhood club, and yeah, you get to spend a lot of money with them. So
I bet you're happy right now, aren't you?
I'm very happy. Yeah,
you got
even happy if we stay up this season. But yeah,
I think it will.
I hope so. I really hope so.
The big guy with the money won't be happy if you get relegated.
No, he really wouldn't.
But I see ya.
Richest club in the world, and we're not even in the top division.
Well, but, I support Tottenham, so it's
okay.
I am in. It's the best league and the worst league.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can go and beat the champions 2-1 in. Was it 2-1?
3-2 at the weekend.
3-2. Jesus Christ. In a game like that, and then you can go and lose to Burnley.
Yep. And then the
next
day
game,
after, the manager says he wants to leave.
Oh my goodness!
It's just it's Spurs doing Spurs things, unfortunately. But...
Oh God, when are we going to change that narrative? Anyway, you've been playing. So you've been playing Football Manager. You've been playing ACC.
Yeah.
One other thing that I want to say: Grid Legends interest you at all?
A little bit. But the adverts for it, like a few months ago, it looked a bit gimmicky with the acting and stuff. And it just kind of put me off kind of following the development of, what was leading up to the release of it. And am I right in thinking it's not long released?
It's really soon. You know what? I don't know. I'm
sure I saw somebody playing it on... I'm just Googling the release date now as we're speaking. 25th of Feb. It's tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm sure I saw somebody playing it on Twitch today. Maybe it was like an early review.
I was actually gonna shout out Team VVV. A guy called Alan. He reviews everything. I'm pretty sure he's got codes to review GT7 as well. So
great guy.
Yeah, huge. Have you seen the size of him?
I've seen him on Twitch.
Giant. He is like 6'5" or something.
Is he really?
He is huge.
I suppose I only ever see him sat down in the rig, but
this was another. You know what? This can be a topic. This can be a topic for another show. I was talking to Andrew Vasquez, who was PX Cam, formerly known as, and I was like, "How tall are you?" And he was like 5'9" or 5'7". I can remember. I think he's 5'9", but I was like, "You," and he was like, he said it was 145 pounds in weight.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm 215.
Yeah.
6 foot 215. And I was like, I'm looking at you, I'm like, God, I look like that. But I do not in any way, shape, or form. But that is something that we could talk about. How tall do you think sim races are? And we could go through each one and stuff. I think that could be
that'd be like top trumps.
Oh, yes. You talk about key, lean, 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Shiny head, 10 out of 10. What would we say Cyrus has? Backflips, 10 out of 10.
Yep. Muscles, arms.
Muscles, yeah. Oh, God, pandas. And he's just a nice guy. Anyway, yeah, that's cool that he's been playing that. What have I been playing? I've been playing Horizon Forbidden West.
Mm.
Oh my god, incredible! It's just so beautiful. Even on the PlayStation 4, I've been dipping my toes in and out of Gran Turismo Sport, but that's about it. I was actually playing Pokemon, the new Pokemon on my Switch.
Got a lot of time for Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I'm a old Pokemon Red and Blue.
Oh, yep, same
guy. Not too fussed about the new stuff. I just bought it to see what it was about. Pretty good.
Was that the remake of Diamond and Pearl, or the other game that's just come out?
This is the one that came out last month, which is like an open world.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. There's not much battling in it that is kind of boring, but it is once again big hit of nostalgia. I just don't have time with work, masters, studies, trying to be a good husband, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's about it really. I'm obviously looking to play more Gran Turismo Sport in the near future. And here we go. Last section. Any recs, any shout outs that you want to do, any people that you've been watching recently that you want to give a shout out to?
Sure. So we're slightly different in that you're probably mainly YouTube and I'm probably mainly Twitch. But in the Twitch world, Chad Rice is probably one of the biggest Gran Turismo sports streamers. He's on that 3-4 times a week. He's great. I'm a moderator on his stream, so I hang out there quite a lot.
So what you're telling me is you've been paid to say this?
I wish I had. I keep telling him if he keeps growing the way he is, he's going to have to start paying his mods soon.
Yeah, he's going to put you on the payroll.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, on Twitch, for Gran Turismo, him, and Tyrannosaurus Rex as well. Mainly because what a guy. Mainly because Chad is always on in my morning time because he's from Australia, and then Cyrus is always on in my evening time. So I can usually catch, if I'm working from home, I catch Chad during the day, and then it's nice to catch Cyrus before I go to bed. I've got to give a shout out to Power Memes. He's a great guy and a great friend, another distinct team member. And it's over 9,000 RPM or 9K as he's known as well.
Yeah.
We've been journeying together on ACC quite a lot recently. That's
awesome.
Fun. And then some other ones that maybe aren't so well known that I've been watching a lot of recently. So another couple of ACC streamers, Volkan Bakirden. I was actually racing with him earlier on tonight, just before we recorded this. He's a great dude. He's all about positivity and pumping everyone up really and keeping everyone happy. And Alex Rogers as well on ACC. He's a great dude. I'm pretty sure he's English, so similar sense of humor. And then a couple of people I've been watching through the day as well, just as a background lurk kind of stream. Dan Suzuki, who I think he's mainly known for iRacing, but he's been doing a lot of ACC recently, so I was kind of following his journey in that. And Sir Foch as well. He's a Latvian streamer and pretty big ACC. And yeah, that's probably
here's you reeling off loads of people. I was just going to say, hey, check out Arkeys74 on YouTube. He did a video sort of recapping his Gran Turismo Sport experience and all of the people who he's watched over the years and inspired him to make some content of his own. And not only did I feature in it, but it was just really cool to see someone putting in some cool effort, and he made the music himself.
Oh, nice!
It's just a super talented dude. So Arkeys74, obviously, go check him out over on YouTube. I'll try to put all their links in the description. I'm going to be putting it up on YouTube, and then trying to figure out how to put it onto Spotify as well. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do that as soon as possible. But that is going to be it. Hit up a couple of topics. If you want to put in the comment section what you're most hyped for, what do you think the Metacritic rating is going to be, how do you think the license difficulty is going to be in Gran Turismo 7 as well. Just to let us know, be part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be it. What do I call you? CJ? Chris?
CJ is good, yeah. Mac Daddy. I thought you were going to wheeze then, damn it. Yeah, CJ's good. That's kind of what I'm known as in the online world and Twitch world, I guess. But yeah, Chris
awesome.
is.
Well,
Chris
that was the last thing. CJ, where can they find you?
So yeah, twitch.tv/CJMac92.
Amazing. And I'm James. You can find me at James EV on YouTube. That's going to be it. We'll see you whenever we see you after the launch of GT7.
So excited.
So excited. Right. See you guys.
Thank you, everyone.